And welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Baseball Edition. I'm Terry, occupancy beside me, Bryant down below, and we are ready to break down tonight's games. There's 5 of them, which is perfect. So we talk 5 games. So we'll jump right into the first one here. Baltimore plus 116. Wells is in Oakland facing Blackburn. And the Athletics minus 136. Total of 7 in this one. I'm looking towards Oakland here. I haven't got to anything yet. May have them in a parlay. I'm thinking Oakland and Seattle, both on the money line, because I like both, but they're kind of priced out. I don't really like playing anything minus 125 or higher. So I may look to parlaying Oakland and Seattle together. I'll have to see, but nothing for me as of right now in this one. Occupancy, Orioles and Athletics. Anything you like here?
Yeah, hey Terry, thanks for having me on the show. Like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. Excited to talk baseball today. Yeah, we got a first pitch in Oakland, 3 minutes. So this game's starting. For anyone looking for some action, I heard about an under trend for the Orioles. I didn't hop on it myself, but apparently Orioles games are not going over. So I know a lot of people on the under in this game. I'm looking at a different way though. Oakland just got over league average in hits, so I just took a look a little bit out of the at the roster there, and I got this guy Christian Patch. I don't know how to say it,
Pache.
but Pache. There we go. Thank you. He's one of the younger guys on the team. Looked at the average age, and everyone's like north of 27. There's a 23-year-old on the team, and it seems like a day game spot where this guy's playing against Tyler Wells here. I bet Pache here to just get a hit. There was pretty good value, 1.77, like a minus 135, just to get a hit. I thought that was pretty good. I put him in a parlay with some other hitters later. So he's a guy I'm looking at. And for this game, I didn't get to a side. I lean Oakland, but nothing official for me.
All right. Bryant, any thoughts here? Orioles and Athletics?
Yeah. For reasons I can't say yet, I definitely bet on this game. I hopped on the A's train probably about a week ago. To some pretty good results so far. I have no desire to back anyone on the Orioles staff that isn't John Means. It's just not really. It's done nothing for me. I don't respect them. I don't feel comfortable with any of their starting pitching. So with that being said, got the A's at home. I still think that regardless of the fact that they lost Matt Olson and Mark Canha, just a bunch of other guys, obviously in the offseason when they had that huge fire sale, I still think they're the better team. They're a little bit more talented. They are at home. Pache is obviously he was the cornerstone of that Matt Olson to Atlanta trade. He was the Braves' top prospect. So that's actually to follow up your point. That's actually a really good pick that you laid out, occupancy. But I'm going to go with the A's. A's money line. I also like the over. Over 7.5. I don't really. Tyler Wells, his last start or against what was it? It was the Rays. He only lasted an inning and 2/3. He gave up 4 runs. Paul Blackburn's pitched pretty well, but he is not like a top tier pitcher at all. It's a getaway day basically as well. I definitely think we can see at least 8 or 9 runs in this game. Hopefully it ends in a Blue Jays or not a Blue Jays. I'm sorry, I'm looking at your background. And it ends in an Athletics win. But yeah, give me the money line and give me the Athletics over as well.
All right. So we're all either betting or leaning on Oakland.
Yeah.
So that's good. The Orioles are a tough team to back. I did back them, I think, twice or once. I know I bet them and won on them once. So I already feel like that's good. I don't need to go overboard with the Orioles.
Yeah.
They're not going to win a whole lot. So if you can bet them and win.
And I also will say that under trend also is, I mean, it's pretty crazy, all things considered, but they also play the Yankees and we can't hit a lick. So that very much contributed to that the under wave as well. So
Yes, my coworker and friend Nicole, she's upset because I'm working from home now, so she's probably a little bit upset. But sorry, Nicole. Um, yes, moving on. Arizona plus 114 is in Washington minus 134. A total of 9 in this one. This is the matchup of two horrible teams. Um, I like Rogers. I don't really like him, but I think he's a pretty good pitcher. I think he has some talent and some future. Like he has a future. Arizona, on the other hand, Davies, he's a journeyman. He's can be good, but he can also be pretty bad. I'm not touching anything in this one. I'm not trying to force any plays. And when it comes to two teams like this, Arizona has shown that they have an offense at times, an explosive offense like yesterday. So, yeah, I would lean with the Nationals, but I'm not going to bet it. Occupancy, any thoughts here? Diamondbacks and Nationals?
Yeah. I my interest peaked with the Nationals earlier this season. I was trying to cherry pick. And I was against them with the Braves earlier. But then I kind of got to know the team a little more, and then kind of started following them. I passed on the Pirates series, but then I was there for that rain out game, and then that second game back, I was on the Nationals there. It was a nice win, and then yeah, they just got blown out yesterday. It seems like the bats woke up. I mean, maybe a little premature to say it, but I hope they did. Just looking at Nationals now, they're top top six, top seven in the league in hits. So above the league average. I think they should get this win here today. I haven't put in my money line bet with them yet. I waiting for some early action to clear up in the morning from the first games. I took Soto over a hit, parlayed actually with a hockey play that I like over a plus price. It's Jarvis on Carolina over 1.5 shots. And you can switch him with Natchez over 1.5 shots. These are, get into that later with the hockey show. But parlaying that with just to get a hit in the ball and the baseball, I got some plus money there anyway. Depending on how long the show goes, I don't know if I'll get any more hitters on the Nats in, but I cashed a couple props with them the other day. I like the Nationals here. I don't know too much about the pitchers, but it's the Diamondbacks right now, and everything that I hear about them. Just checking here, we got Davies and Rogers. I'm looking to back the Nats. What do you guys think?
yeah, I know Terry said that he wasn't trying to force anything, and I don't plan to bet too much in hockey. So I said, why not? I'll take a chance with some of these MLB games, especially because half of the slate is already being played right now and be over by the time the show probably ends. But with that being said, I'm on the Nationals. I didn't get in on them yesterday, thank God. It was very ugly for them, but I did get in on them during the doubleheader. I got the Josiah Gray start, and he handled biz. Got the F5 for me. Got in, got out. Although I'm not too hot on the team as a whole, I'm not really excited on their prospects as a whole this season. They have a lot of intriguing pieces, especially in their lineup. Obviously, I have one of the best players in the world, and Juan Soto. He's a prop machine. I'm going to back them. Him, Josh Bell. They still have Nelson Cruz. I think they bounce back. Davies doesn't really move the needle at all for me. He's been a journeyman. I think he only has. I saw somewhere last night when I was looking at it. He's only had like 4 strikeouts total in about 9 innings of work already this year. That's a lot of that's a complete game. That's a full game's worth, and you only have total 4 strikeouts. So that means people are putting the ball in play on him. And I like that. The Nationals are a contact heavy team. They're not really a swing miss, home run or bust type of team. So I'm going to go with the Nationals. We're going to go with the F5. See if we can get in, get out. See if they can jump on Davies and get into that Diamondbacks bullpen. But yeah, give me the Nationals F5 and let's see what's up.
All right. I was leaning that way. You guys are convincing me a little bit, so we'll see what happens. But go Nationals.
My like rule of thumb betting baseball when you have like similar pitching matchups is I always kind of look at the lineup, and one of the 10 best players in the MLB is on the opposite team. I'm going to take that team and just run with run with it. It's not going to be something. It's not going to be a heavy play. Sprinkle a little bit, but I'll take the Nationals at 5.
All right. I'll move on along to this one. I definitely have, I think, 3 or 4 picks in this one. The Cardinals plus 114 are in Miami, minus 134. It's a Hicks against Lopez here. I'm not expecting a lot of runs in the first 5 in this one. I think we get a pretty slow starting game here. And I also think that the Cardinals are at a great price here. An excellent price. I'm on the first 5 under 3.5 at minus 110. I'm also on the Cardinals first 5 money line and the Cardinals full game money line. I think this is priced pretty wrong. I think pitching wise, it's a pretty close matchup. Obviously, not a whole lot on Hicks. 1 start, I believe, but did very well. The same with Lopez. I think we get a low scoring game. I think the Cardinals win something like 3-1 or 4-1, like a hockey score. And I think this stays under, and I think the Cardinals win here. Occupancy, any thoughts here, Cardinals and Marlins?
I agree with you, Terry, on that first 5 under look. I think Pablo Lopez was a guy I was checking out over the summer. And I said, look, his career numbers are kind of middle of the pack. I think he's getting an age where he was 26, 27, I think. And, he's got to start solidifying himself as a starter. He came in 2 games. He's gotten the win in 2 games now. Letting up, 1 run and none in that last game. So it's just an interesting spot where I was on the Marlins last night. I wanted to go right back to it. The fact that you're on the Cardinals has me a little worried because maybe there's just something I'm not seeing, honestly. And look, with teams, I think you do need to know when to step away. It's I was on the ESPN show earlier and they were talking about betting on the Mets, and it was you could bet on the Mets every day and they're your team, but you kind of should know when to step away. So I don't know, Terry. You kind of making me a little scared of my Marlins money line here. I didn't bet it yet, but I was looking towards that way. I don't know. I still lean the Marlins, but again, I don't really know the Cardinals that well. So it's more of a just going with the Marlins than like a fade of the Cardinals. But I don't know here. Not sure
how I look at it is, I think these pitchers are pretty similar. I don't think there's a really big pitching advantage either side, but I think there's a lineup advantage on one side. The Marlins, they might be scrappy, but they do not compare to this Cardinals lineup. So to get this Cardinals lineup at a plus price when there's no big pitching advantage on the other side, I have to do it. Bryant, any thoughts here, Cardinals and Marlins?
Yeah. Again, I'm on this game as well. So some of the reasons you actually just mentioned are exactly why. In situations like this, again, much like with the Nationals, Diamondbacks pick, ultimately it comes down to, all right, the pitchers are about even, or just the pitching in general is about even, right? Where does the separation lie? And the Cardinals lineup is a lineup that I would be willing to back, and they've performed this year as well. Not just off of names, but actual production this year. They're good. They're really good. I'm going with the Cardinals, but I would not be against anyone like hedging their bet and going with the Marlins plus 1.5 or something that allows that basically lets you or assures you that the Marlins keep it close in some capacity or another. I love Lopez. He's a great pitcher to back. But again, at the end of it all, it's really just a matter of what lineup has more options and ways to kill you, and that's the Cardinals. I will say, and this is an important note for people who are going to bet on this game. Jordan Hicks is only going to pitch about 45 pitches, so it then becomes a bullpen game for the rest of the game for the Cardinals. He's a reliever. They tried him out as a starter early on in his career, but he's a reliever, and they're stretching him out. So they're slowly ramping him up. So some sort of if the Cardinals are going to do something, I think it's going to have to happen in that first 5, because then you have bullpen volatility, and it's sometimes very hard to track and depend upon. Looking at the Phillies, FYI. But yeah, so give me the Cardinals F5, and yeah, let's do that. And I also think the game goes over. I think just 7.5 is just too low. I think the pitching is going to be really solid, but I think it might sneak over in the later innings. So,
all right, go Cardinals. We'll move on to the next one here. The Pirates are in Chicago facing the Cubs. Plus 142 for the Pirates, and Wilson against Leader Jr. For the Cubs. A total of 9 in this one. This is another game where I'm not too interested in either side. I would lean with the Cubs for sure, but minus 168, not a price I want to go near. Fading the Pirates is a pretty profitable thing to do. But I'm not sure in this matchup if I want to back the Cubs. So pass for me here, but I'll lean to the Cubs. Occupancy, any thoughts here, Pirates and Cubs?
Yeah. I mean, just so you kind of get where like my vibe is for this game. I mean, I'm just going to like a Brian Reynolds hit. That's like literally what I can look for here. Not that I have anything against the Cubs as a favorite or anything like that, but I kind of was invested in Reynolds yesterday. If you look at him, he's still 4th on the team in hits, and he's like the value guy. You can, get those minus 130s for over half a hit there. So, I mean, hopefully it's more exciting than it looks on paper. But, yeah, just that's where I'm looking.
All right. Brian, any thoughts here, Pirates and Cubs?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what angle I want to take with this. It's definitely not going to be a money line pick, but I am going to get in on this. I think for me, it's definitely looking at some sort of team total. Mark Leiter Jr., he's just reacclimating himself back into baseball. Bryce Wilson is not good at all. Like you said, you can fade a lot of these Pirates pitchers. I like the Pirates lineup. They have a couple young pieces in there. Tsutsugo, Brian Reynolds, Brian Hayes, just a few guys. And on the other side, the Cubs have a few nice bat to ball type of players that high contact. They may not hit 35 home runs, but they'll single and double you to death. And I just think the combination of those players with this type of pitching. What we've seen from these type of pitchers so far this year is leading me towards a team total. I'm going to go with the Pirates team total over 1.5 for the first 5. I'm seeing it, and I'm getting it at a minus 145. I'm going to parlay it with that Washington Nationals 5-inning money line pick that I told you guys about earlier in the show. I'm going to parlay it there, and we're going to see what's up. I think the Pirates can give us 2 runs in 5 innings against Mark Leiter. I'm sure he's probably a little bit more comfortable pitching at Wrigley Field than he is on the road, but I still think the Pirates can get to him for a little bit. I expect this to be somewhere in the 5 or 6 runs range by about the 5th inning. I don't know which way it's going to lean, but I expect there to be runs. So let's root for some chaos.
All right. Best of luck there. I won't be touching that game, but I hope you get some runs. I hope you get lots of runs there for you.
It makes it more enjoyable, though. If I'm not going to bet a side, I'd rather just see action. Like,
yeah,
you know, like
yeah, exactly.
And sweat instead of sweating and under.
We'll move on to the final game here. No last pitch today because we're covering all the games that haven't started yet. So Texas plus 114. It's Hearn is in Seattle facing Gonzalez. Minus 134 for the Mariners. A total of 8 in this one. I like to fade Hearn so far. I like to fade him last year as well. Gonzalez, rough first game, a better second one. It's early in the season, right? So it's definitely early in the season. I like the Seattle lineup a lot better, especially being at home. I like the Seattle side here. Minus 134, not really something I like to lay on as a single bet, but we'll see what happens here with the conclusion of the Blue Jays game, and I'll decide exactly what I'm going to do here. But I like the Mariners. I think the Mariners win this one. Occupancy, any thoughts here, Rangers and Mariners?
Yeah, I just met the Seattle Mariners money line, run line specials this year. Missed out last year. I wasn't really betting baseball, but fully like a full-on Mariners supporter here. Was on the run line last night. That cash was pretty happy. I'm a little weary of going back to the same thing twice when it hits. Night back to back like that. I mean, it's a potential look. If Terry's telling me to fade the pitcher, that's one thing. But I loaded up on Seattle props last night. Suarez and Kalenic didn't record a hit, but I bet that, and I'm going to bet it again tonight. I think they bounce back after their comrades, Crawford, Frazier, and France. Both got on the board there. Cashed a couple tickets with them. Frazier and France over 1.5 bases. A nice plus money was helping them out over here. So I'm gonna load up on Seattle players, and then maybe stay away from a side. That's kind of what I'm looking at this game.
All right, Bryant, Rangers and Mariners. Finish us off here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be a contrarian for this pick. I don't know if the Rangers win the game, but I've hit gold with the Mariners the last three picks. The first couple of games of this series, and then the end of their last series as well. And much like Occupancy said, you got to know when to like hop off the wagon and then get back on the wagon. And for me, Hearn pitched against the same Mariners team. Obviously, they've added some pieces, but he pitched against Seattle last year. So the mainstays in his lineup know him, and he knows them well. He gave up 8 runs total in about 19 innings, which is pretty good. He's pitched in Seattle. He's pitching in Texas against them. So he's comfortable here. But I think now is a time to expect that, all right, we've had a couple games of the Rangers bats being dead. They have just too much talent there between Simeon and Seager and some of the other guys in that lineup. I think tonight is the night that they at least put forth a better effort at the plate. Gonzalez is nothing special, but he's been a Mariner for a while, so he knows how to pitch, and I'm sure he's comfortable at home, but he doesn't have elite stuff. So I'm gonna back the Rangers to get some early runs and keep it close to that first 5. So I'm going to go take the Rangers first 5 money line. You can go with the money line, or you can go with them to cover the run line for that first 5. Obviously, that run line, that first 5 run line cover gives you basically the option that if they're tied after 5, then it still cashes. And as far as that goes, I got it at minus 135, which I think is a pretty solid, um, which is a pretty solid price, all things considered. So give me that, and I think you could also there's value in taking some sort of team total for the Rangers as well. Something maybe around like 2.5, 3 runs, just a team total over for the whole game, and maybe parlay it with something else, and look added value right there. So
All right. Based on what you just said and Nathan's comment here, I'm officially off Seattle tonight. I am not going to back them. They have COVID. It's not a full lineup.
oh wow, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to go anywhere near this game. So for me, it is the Cardinals tonight. But we will take a look here at the current standings here. Bryant, you're in first place, 7-2 in best bets. Almost a full unit above me. Nick and occupancy right behind. Bullpen bets, 1-0 in his first appearance. He is not coming on today, but we'll see maybe tomorrow. Everything else pretty good. Dog of the day, it's a little bit, but dog of the day is tough. So some of us are even, and that's good. But the main thing is best bets. That's what everyone looks at. Parlay pieces for the parlayers. So that's really good. We'll look at everyone's picks today. Nathan wrote, Verdugo keeps stealing my coin. I told you, Nathan. I told you. The Blue Jays pitching is a little bit better than people give it credit for. But we'll start with dog of the day. Myself, Bryant, Nathan, we are all on the Cardinals as our dog of the day. Nick didn't choose one. Tim did not send in any picks today. Occupancy, is there a dog of the day that you like today?
I'll pass on the dog for today.
All right. And then we will go on to over or under. I'm passing an over under. No totals that I like today. Nick is going with Arizona, Washington, first 5 under 4.5. And Bryant, you're going Baltimore, Oakland over 7.
Yep, I'm scoreboard watching right now.
Nathan did not choose a total. No, he likes the same as you. Baltimore, Oakland over 7. It is in play, but that's fine. No, sorry, he took under 7.5. Okay. All right, so no, he's against you there. But well, actually, with a push, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Occupancy, what do you like here? Do you like a total?
Yeah, I'll take a shot with the Pittsburgh Chicago over 8.5.
There you go. Yes, sir. Let's root for chaos, baby.
Let's do it.
Over 8.5. All right, and I was incorrect there, and he changed it. He's on St. Louis, Miami under 7.5. It wasn't Baltimore, Oakland. It was St. Louis, Miami under 7.5 for over under. Best bets, best parlay pieces. I'm going St. Louis money line as my best bet, which is currently plus 114 at my book. So that's what I use, unless I can find a little bit better. Parlay piece, I'm going Cardinals plus 2.5. I don't see Miami winning by 3, but under any circumstances, but I guess we'll see. Nick, he went Arizona, Washington, first 5 under 4.5 as his best bet. Seattle money line as his parlay piece. Bryant, you went with Oakland money line as your best bet, and Oakland team total over 3 as your parlay piece. Nathan is going no run in the first inning for St. Louis, Miami, and Seattle team total over 3.5 parlay together, plus 185. And then he's taking Seattle team total over 2.5 as his parlay piece. Occupancy, what are you thinking here for best bet?
Let's go Nationals money line. It's minus 134 at Bovada right now.
All right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
parlay piece.
Parlay piece. Let's go with Pittsburgh team total over 3.
Yes, sir.
Great. All right. That is the show. Best luck to everybody tonight. Smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button if you like the content. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back in actually half hour for the NHL show. And then we'll be back tomorrow for more episodes of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Best of luck to everybody and have a good night. See you guys.